welcome back to my channel. So today for How to Be Happy January, we are going to be cooking healthy food. I'm so corny in my intros. Today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. It's gonna be a little bit different than my normal HelloFresh videos because the first recipe is going to be their recipe and then the other two are going to be mine. This HelloFresh recipe is like so good. I loved it. And to those of you that don't know what HelloFresh is a meal delivery service where they basically deliver, they do deliver all of the ingredients for a recipe pre-packaged, pre-measured, ready for you to cook straight to your door. So it's super convenient. It's super easy to just, which I guess means the same thing as convenient, to venture out of your comfort zone, try new recipes. It makes it easy to cook balanced, healthy meals for less than $10 a meal. The other night, Dan actually cooked the meal for me. It was really fun. I just like kicked back on the couch and I was like, make me my food, Dan. Just kidding, I didn't order him around. He offered to do it and I felt like it was just amazing. The food was so good. He did such a great job. The other cool thing about HelloFresh is you can choose your delivery date, whatever works for you, so you're not just like glued to one time slot. And they offer a wide variety of chef curated recipes that change weekly. Now I get the vegetarian plan, so it's got lots of veggie, plant-based protein, and seasonal produce. So if you wanna try out HelloFresh and get $30 off of your first week of orders, you can go to HelloFresh.com and enter the code HelloNikki30. I did that right? Hello Nikki30. Eating healthy, you know that I think it's important. You know that I think it's, I was about to repeat myself, important for well-being and joy and happiness and just peace of mind. So without any more blabbering, let's hop into today's cooking video. All right, so we're starting off first with the HelloFresh recipe, and this is the truffle mushroom flatbread. Oh my gosh, like I said, spoiler alert, this is delicious. So here are all the ingredients you're gonna need, and I started off by chopping up my mushrooms. I love mushrooms now. I used to not, I'm obsessed now. Then I cut up my shallot, which is also kind of a semi-new discovery, really a vegetable I discovered because of HelloFresh that I'm now obsessed with. So I cut that up, then I prepped my lemon by cutting that in half, and then I poured my mushroom and shallot over some olive oil in a pan, and then I put my seasoning, which I believe this was like some oregano Italian seasoning, over the veggies and just sauteed the veggies up in my nonstick pan. And then I took my flatbread and I put some of the mixed cheese on top, and then I took my veggies and sprinkled that on top as well once they were fully cooked. And once I laid those out, I let that sit for a second while I made my little salad on the side, which was just arugula, lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil, and then pepper and salt. Wow. And then once that was done, I took the truffle oil that HelloFresh included in my recipe. Oh my gosh, I still have some left over. It's so good. I drizzled it on the flatbread, threw it in the oven. And then once that cooked in the oven for approximately 7-ish minutes, I pulled it out. Oh my gosh. If you're a truffle fan, man, this smelled amazing. Then I took some of my arugula greens, actually all of them, dumped them on top of the flatbread. Honestly, that's such a good part of this pizza. Cut the flatbread up and voila. All right, so I am personally a huge truffle fan, so I already know I'm gonna love this. Who the heck figured out truffle? Honestly, truffle is so good. It's not for everyone. I did have people in my comments saying that they don't love truffle, but if you love truffle, you love truffle. And I love truffle. This is so good. And it was so easy too. Such like few ingredients needed. All right, so the last time I showed how to make this recipe had to be like 5 years ago, and it was different back then because now I do it with balsamic on top as well. So I'm prepping my artichokes by peeling off any leaves that are at the base, and then I cut the stem down a little shorter, cut the top off the head to make it flat, And then I cut the artichoke in half. So I basically cut it open. And there I am with scissors going over, cutting off any extra sharp leaves. And then I stuck it in this pot with a steamer. You can pick up a little steaming rack like this pretty much anywhere, at a grocery store or wherever. And then I let that steam for about 45 minutes. And once that was done, I pulled the artichokes out and I scooped out the little spiky part in the center, like the part that you can't eat. And once I scooped those out, I poured some balsamic vinaigrette on the top of the artichokes. I was pretty liberal with the amount of balsamic I applied, and then tons of pepper, a little bit of salt, threw that in the oven. And then while those were in the oven, I made up my garlic aioli. This stuff is amazing. All it is Veganaise, lemon juice, fresh garlic crushed up, tons of pepper. I don't know why, but tons of pepper makes it amazing to me. And then some salt, and then you whisk everything together. It takes a little bit of whisking though to make it smooth. And then bon appetit, guys. So I didn't test the rest of the recipes on camera because I ended up like not feeling well that night. But this, I'm telling you, this is amazing. So on to the next recipe. This is veggie noodle soup. This is so easy if you're looking for a quick recipe. Okay, so I'm starting off by making my broth with this garden veggie cube thingamabobber. This just basically makes a veggie broth. Now in this shot, the water's a lot lower. I kind of messed up. It's really supposed to be a full pot, but I didn't get a shot of that for this recipe. So then I started chopping up my veggies. So I started off by chopping up my celery, and then I took this stir-fry veggie mix from Costco and I dumped that in with the broth. I put in my celery with the broth, and then I crushed some more fresh garlic into the soup as well because you know, it's my recipe and I always need garlic in my recipes. Then I took this Bragg's amino acid like stuff. It's basically like a fake soy sauce. It's healthier for you. And I put that in the mix too. And then I took this rice ramen noodle thing that I got from Costco, dropped that in there, and then took some collagen protein powder and added that to the soup as well. And after I let that sit for a little bit, voila, we have veggie soup. So good, so easy, and yeah. So on to the next recipe. These are my rice stuffed peppers. So I started off by cutting the top, like the lid off the peppers. I know that's a weird thing to call them, a lid, but I cut off the lid from the peppers. And once I did that to all three, I prepped some of my other veggies. I cut up my cherry tomatoes and just diced them up like so. And I'm also gonna be using this can of green chilies from Trader Joe's. And then once again, I made up a small pot of veggie broth, which is where I'm gonna end up cooking some grains. So once that all dissolved, or while it was dissolving, I chopped up some Hawaiian sweet onions. That's been my jam lately. And then I took this grain mix of brown rice, quinoa, a few other grains, and I put that into the veggie broth, as well as the sweet onions that I had chopped up, and a little bit of olive oil, and I let that stir and followed the package directions. And once the grains were complete, I poured that in a bowl, added some cilantro, then I took my chopped cherry tomatoes as well as those green chilies from Trader Joe's, put that in the bowl with some feta cheese, and then I mixed the rice mixture all together. And I added these two seasonings for flavoring. And once I did that, I scooped the mixture into my peppers like so, and I really like to push down and stuff these things as much as possible. Now I will say, while this is happening right here, I wish I had added some more salt, because while this was good, I definitely needed more salt. There was like so many flavors in here, but they weren't like popping as much as I'd like. So should have used some more pink Himalayan sea salt, but these are so good. So my mouth is watering watching this. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of this video. First off, thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. And if you guys want to try HelloFresh, don't forget to check out the link down below and use the code HelloNikki30 for $30 off your first week of deliveries. And don't forget to just try to cook something healthy. Try to eat a little bit healthier. Your body is worth it. And if you need more inspiration, I uploaded quite a few food videos this month, so I will have those linked down below, and I will see you back here soon with another video. All right, bye guys.